Hi everyone, welcome back to another beer review. Pfriem Brewing out of Hood River, Oregon. This is their Hellas Lager. It's a fairly new brewery. It's only been around since summer of 2012. Their quality is good from the beers I've had. Here's what the bottle looks like. Pretty much all the bottles look about the same. Actually, they do, except the corked versions. They're all black and gold label. The only difference for most of them is up here, we'll tell what kind of beer it is. You can see up there Hellas Lager on the back here, inspired by toasty Munchen, I don't know how to say it, lagers. Each bottle of Pfriem Hellas is brimming with aromas of fresh bread, touch of herbs, and a hint of honey. So here's the back, here's what I just read. It's pretty much impossible to see on video, but that's what's reading the story up here. The website gives some more detail. Tasting notes, extra golden with a bright white foamy head, aromas of fresh bread, touch of herb with a hint of honey, that's the same as on the bottle. Goes down with a full mouthful, is rich, savory, and smooth. A toasty finish balanced with a touch of sweetness. This beer is a spring seasonal. All the Pfriem bottles that are not corked and caged, the regular bottle cap, seem to cost around $4 on average. They do tell what the whole recipe is, which I kind of like. It has Weyermann, which is from Germany, Pilsner, Bark Pilsner, which I've never heard of, and acidulated malt. Pilsner malt is, of course, the base malt. You get fermentable sugars from that. Sometimes bread, cracker, dough flavors. It's the lightest color malt out there. It's the Barquet, however you say it. I actually don't know what flavors that is. I tried to look it up briefly. Couldn't really find a good definition. Acidulated malt, I've heard some different things about it. It's primarily to lower mash and wort pH. It's good for brewing pilsners and using soft water. It also creates a little bit of a sourness. I actually read that a couple times. The hops are Perle, depending who you ask, and Tettnang. Perle are known to give fruity, spicy, and floral. Tettnanger hops are pretty much the same. Herbal, spicy, not so much fruity. They describe the flavors being golden, toasty, savory, and sessionable. Being that they use lager yeast in this, it should be bright, crisp. Now they say a full mouth feel. That could indicate full body. That'd be pretty strange for Hellas Lager. I've had many of them and they're usually lighter medium body. This is 4.8% alcohol, 25 IBU. Hellas, it's spelled H-E-L-L-E-S. It's pronounced Hellas. In German means bright or clear. Just that's what the beer should look like. Shouldn't be hazy at all. Pale. They may be a little bit of a golden color. I usually get them as a little bit fruity, very clean, very crisp. There could be some floral in them as well. The flavors generally come from the hops and the yeast. I found the malt profiles to be pretty simple on them. And it looks like it so far. Nice, bright, clear color. Very light yellow. Maybe even golden. Very bright, incredibly clear. Look at all those bubbles in there. I mean, this is very effervescent, very well carbonated. It may even be a little over carbonated. It has a solid 1/4 inch. Actually, no, that's probably 1/2 inch ahead. Nice, thick, and frothy. No sediment floating around at all. It's probably been, I don't know about filtered, but I'm sure they used a clarifying agent, whether it's in the brew kettle or kegging it or bottling it. This looks like I was expecting Hellas Lager to be. I get light, floral, a little bit sweet out of the nose. It does smell very clean. A little bit Christmas, a little bit of bubbles coming off the nose. All these aromas are very light. It opens up my mouth, balloons up, seems to then go to the roof of my mouth and hang around there for a little bit. Doesn't really leave any residual flavors. I do get a little bit of floral, a little bit of sweet in there. Not any fruit at this point. This is not a light body, it's medium, maybe full, but I lean towards medium. 80% is on the roof, maybe even 90%. Very faint light fruit. Not hoppy or bitter at all. Shouldn't be. It's only 25 IBU. That's nothing. I could maybe see a little bit of bread or cracker notes out of this. Very light. It's a clean profile, I'll give it that. Bright. Nope, it doesn't light up my mouth. You know, there's no fireworks going on there. Crisp. Not really. So it has 1 of 3. Okay, so aromas of fresh bread. I didn't smell that, but I taste a little bit. Herb, no, not all. Hint of honey, that may be the sweetness. Toasty finish, no. So I'm thinking the flavors I'm getting are all from the hops. I would say this is fairly thin, even though it's medium body. Not too much, not too watery. This is really simple, and I was expecting a bright, fruity, floral Helles Lager, and this just doesn't light up my mouth. Went straight to the roof of my mouth, about 90% of it. I get incredibly light sweetness up there, maybe a tad of fruit. See, it dissipates pretty quickly. I mean, it just doesn't hang out and have a party. It still has that medium body to it, so a little bit thin, slightly watery, a little complexity, a little flavor, a little character. It tastes the same as a bottle, as a glass. It's bland either way. There's just no signs of life in this. No diacetyl in this, no metallic. Of course there would be, it's glass, not metal. No chemical acetone paint thinner, no oxidation, rotten fruit, rubbing alcohol, DMS, alcohol, stringency, cardboard paper. Will I buy this again? No, I wouldn't, because I'm just not impressed with it. It does not taste at all like a Helles Lager should. Would I recommend it? I would recommend to try it out, but have low expectations. Flavor and true to the original, true to the Helles Lager style, no, I don't think it fits at all. It's almost bland, I would say. The flavors are so incredibly light. I'm not impressed with it, so I say it's below average. Pfriem Brewing, Hood River, Oregon, Helles Lager. If you have any comments, thoughts, suggestions, otherwise, credit card numbers, anything you want to pass off, let me know. I'd like to hear them. I'm going to finish off this beer and move on to something else. Cheers. What the fuck is bark? Oh shit, I forgot to bring a glass in here. See if there's a ghost in this picture when I play it back. Fruit, floral. How many other words can I come up with sort of F? Well, I could actually think of some. So yeah, they could really improve this beer. Probably by adding some flavors to it. I'll see if that gives any signs of life or if it needs to be resuscitated, or maybe it has a DNR. Please, brewers, either don't admit which one you came up with this recipe, or, you know, just pretend like it never happened.